Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Running Reimagined. For those of you that don't know, my name is Dylan Hopper. This is Running Reimagined. I come out with videos and live shows every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And today I'm so excited to be talking about recovery tips and strategies for overcoming or what to do immediately following a race. And then also different strategies that you can implement in the coming days to kind of limit that soreness so you're not hobbling around quite so much. So I'm really excited about today's show. So if you're here, please let me know in the comments below. I have a bunch of different strategies that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to go over to my computer here for 1 second, and I'm going to pull up the Facebook Live on here so I can see comments and different things coming through. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I'm also going to put, really excited about this, I'm going to put in the comments of this live video, I'll pin it to the top of the comments. It's going to be a link that will take you to a website, and you can actually sign up now for a 20-minute consultation call with me, going over anything that you want to in terms of your questions over running or plans for 2018. So I want to be able to help kind of set you up. This is completely free. I want to help set you up for 2018. Let me know what your goals are, and then we can cover that within a phone call. If you're outside the US, we could be able to either Skype or use WhatsApp, but we can be able to connect. I really want to help set you up for a successful 2018. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to put that in the comments in the top of this live video. Let's see here, almost there. All right. And go. All right. Let's see. All right, so that link should be in the comments. But yeah, let's get started with this. So today is all about recovery tips. Again, this one came up because a Running Reimagined follower had messaged me. We had gone back and forth. She had described kind of her scenario, and really it all comes down to recovery tips and things to do immediately after you finish that hard race or hard workout. What you can be able to do, which will limit kind of that soreness later, and then also just preventative things that you can do in those coming days to be able to get back to running faster and just get back into that training rhythm again. So immediately after the race, so you cross the finish line, you're completely exhausted, you probably feel like you're going to throw up. But immediately I like to break everything up after the race within windows. So within the first 10 to 15 minutes, it's really, really important that you hydrate to get fluids back in you as fast as possible. You're dehydrated, your electrolyte stores are depleted. It's really important to get that back in you, more than just water. So I'm not a huge fan of Gatorade, but I know it's at a lot of finish lines, and within this 10 to 15 minute window, it's actually something that can be really beneficial for you. Finish lines are getting really good now in having some really good sponsored drinks that have the right components in them to help you recover. So get something that has electrolytes in it, maybe a little bit of sodium, maybe a little sugar. All that's going to be good within that 10 to 15 minute window, but as fast as you can get those fluids in you is better. And I know that it can be really tough because you finish that race and you're not thirsty, right? You're exhausted. You just want to basically lie down. But it's really important if you can be able to get fluids in you within that first 10 to 15 minute window. And then within the 10 to, I say, like 30 minute window, it's important to get food in you as well. your body's burning calories at a pretty fast rate, and you need to be able to replenish that. So this is the window that's really good. It doesn't have to be a huge meal. It can be something smaller, but it's important to get something in you. I know at a lot of races they'll have things like chocolate milk, bananas, peanut butter and bagels, maybe a PB&J, yogurt. Let's see, I don't know, maybe they have power bars. Kind of all those things are good. If you can get just something in you with carbs, proteins, and fats, get something in you within that 30-minute window. It's going to eventually help you later on. So your body will thank you later. I know you might not be hungry. Obviously, don't force yourself to eat if you're, still having issues and maybe throwing up. But if you are able to do it, really try to get that within your system. I see more people have joined on. Let me know that you're here. Again, we're going over recovery tips immediately following a race. So I like to break everything up within windows. So we've talked about basically from finishing the race to the 30-minute window. And then after that, it's really important to get some more food in you. I guess before we go there, if the race that you're at, if they have the facilities for like an ice bath, say, maybe after kind of that first hour-ish window, go ahead, see if you can be able to get in that ice bath, see what facilities they do have. Hey Jenny, how you doing? See if they do have those facilities, because if you can get an ice bath right afterwards, that's great. Obviously, if it's a hard workout, you can be able to control that. So maybe you're able to go home and use your own facilities. If you can get in an ice bath, that's great. Ice bath, I'll talk about them in a little bit, but keep it between 55 to 60 degrees. It doesn't have to be freezing cold. There shouldn't be ice floating around all over. But if you can keep it 55 to 60 degrees, then and do that for maybe 10 to 12 minutes. I really don't like to go beyond that. Definitely don't go beyond 15. But I think that can also be beneficial. Following that, that's kind of that hour to 2 hour mark, and I'd say 90 minutes would be ideal, but obviously, things happen at races. There's a lot of stuff going on. You could be waiting for someone else to finish, or, go and get your car or whatever else. It can take a while before you can actually get to this point, but if you can get in a good, big meal, a good well-rounded big meal, then that's going to be beneficial for you later. Obviously, I like to just use the common sense rule here, because a lot of times you can get away with eating foods that you might not normally eat in your diet within this 90-minute window. But obviously, fast foods aren't going to be the greatest things for you. So I like to just use the common sense rule here. You can eat a big meal, you can have kind of a little bit more freedom with it, but make sure it's a well-rounded meal, carbs, proteins, and fats, like I said before. Just kind of use common sense. I know that we all want to finish a race, and a lot of times these races now are starting to turn into just a party afterwards. But make sure that you can get in these meals, because these things are going to be able to help you recover later on. Then following that, maybe a few hours after the race, just make sure that you put your feet up. Obviously that can be difficult, especially if you're using this as this destination race is kind of what it is, a destination, a vacation sort of thing. It can be a great time, but also a lot of times what happens is you finish these races and then you're only in this location for another 48, 72 hours, and you really just want to be able to explore things and walk around. And that's great, but it's not exactly going to help your recovery process. And that's kind of what this video is about. So make sure that what's going to be most beneficial to you is that a few hours after that race, just stick your feet up and relax. Maybe you can get a massage. You can do different things like having just kind of a massage stick. This is where you could have, if you have any sort of like compression type materials that you put on maybe your calves or your quads, you can do that at that time. That'll help kind of that blood circulation, but really just relax. Always, something I like to do just a few hours afterwards is just some sort of meditation. Just get your body to kind of come down. You just put a ton of stress on it. You put probably a ton of stress on your mind as well. So just anything you can do to help yourself come down. And then later on that night, one thing I like to do, and this is something I found even if I'm traveling, I can still be able to find it, is get some sort of Epsom salt so you can be able to create an Epsom salt bath so you can take a hot bath at night. A lot of these tips that I'm talking about, I had the opportunity when I was in college to essentially travel all over the U.S. Competing, so I understand that a lot of times you're traveling within a suitcase, so you don't have a lot of these things. So if you can, though, if you can go out and get Epsom salts, maybe take a bath, take a hot bath, that's going to be really beneficial for you. Maybe you get out of that, then your muscles are going to be nice and hot and warm. You can do some real light stretching. And again, I stress light. Like, don't put that extreme kind of tension on your body. Just let it be natural. Then you can do some foam rolling would be great, some massage sticks. The other good parts about the Epsom salt bath is that it's going to help you sleep better, and sleep is massively important for your recovery. So, and that's really the next step. So take that Epsom salt bath right about when you're about to go to bed. It's going to be a nice transition. It'll help you sleep. And then obviously if you can be able to get in a good full, 8 hours of sleep, without kind of any interruptions, that's really what's going to help your body recover. The best is sleep. So if you can be able to get yourself a nice comfortable bed, if you can be able to maybe dark out the shades so the sun's not coming in the morning, just let yourself get a good uninterrupted sleep. So that's kind of the routine I like to do before or following a race. That would be kind of ideal in terms of recovering. Obviously things happen, so most likely what you can do is you can be able to just take a few of these things, and try to follow it the best you can. Obviously you can't necessarily follow that to a T. Kind of recapping that process. First thing, within the 10-15 minute window, hydrate yourself, get fluids in you as fast as possible. Make sure, I like to make sure it's not water. Water's great, but if you can get some sort of electrolyte type drink inside of you within that first 10 to 15 minutes as fast as you can. Eat food, 10 to 30 minutes, eat something light. And then 60 to 90 minutes, maybe 60 to 90 to kind of that 2 hour window, get a bigger meal in you. And then following that, put your feet up, relax for those next few hours. Maybe get a massage, maybe do some meditation, do some light type massaging yourself with either like a massage stick or a softball, golf ball. These type of things you can travel with pretty easily. You can always bring a foam roller, but you can bring, I like to use like this is great for, especially for your getting in your glutes. Following that, if you can maybe find some sort of Epsom salt type, or create some sort of Epsom salt type bath, that's also beneficial for you. But yeah, so that's kind of my process for that. So I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions on that, let me know. Other tips, other different strategies that I'm going to go over, and these are different things that you can do all the time. And I really think that recovering faster and staying healthy is something that you need to create a habit and a pattern for. So these strategies that are different things that you can do all the time. One, like I had talked about before, foam rolling is a great tool. You can be able to do that after workouts, after you do maybe some massage type stuff. I created a video. One thing that when I had run in college and I run with some unbelievable athletes, one thing that we all did, it was just we did this stuff on a daily basis. And I'm not saying you have to foam roll every single day, but we did something that would make recovering, beneficial down the road. So foam rolling is great. Ice baths, like I talked about, 55 to 60 degrees, 10 to 12 minutes. I believe in ice baths. I really like ice baths. Another tip that you can do, and this one you could do while you're traveling as well, you don't need any equipment for this, is to put your legs just up against a wall. So essentially you're just going to scoot your butt back flat against the wall, and then your legs are just going to go straight up, and you're just going to let them drain. And what this is going to do is it's eventually going to help circulation. If this is your first time doing it, it could potentially be a little bit painful, and then you can just take your legs down, shake them out, and put them back up. But if you do that, just 10 to 15 minutes, you can multitask. You can multitask while you do it. You have your phone with you. It's another tool that you can use. Obviously, like I talked about before, massage sticks, softballs, golf balls, kind of all those things, use those things to roll out. Another tool, compression, if you have any sort of compression socks. Some people like to use them while they work out. I personally don't, but I like to use them afterwards. I found they can be a great tool as well to help kind of keep that blood circulating. And then obviously eat well, sleep, and hydrate. Continue to hydrate after your race. Continue to hydrate days after your race. Hydration, sleeping, hydration and sleep, I think are two of the biggest things that can help you out. So I've always used the rule of thumb, half your body weight plus 12 to 14 ounces for every hour that you've worked out. Drink that, do the math, and then drink that spread out throughout the entire day. So that's from when you wake up to go to bed. That's the amount of ounces you need to drink. I wouldn't drink more than 18 to 20 ounces at a time within an hour, because your body just can't absorb all that. So, but just drinking water all throughout the day, hydration is going to be huge for you. And then finally, just anything that you can do to relieve stress. So if you find meditation helpful, if you find just, going to a quiet place and just taking like a power nap or closing your eyes, or, any sort of breathing technique, anything that you can do to just relieve stress. You put a lot of physical stress on your body and probably a lot of physical stress on your mind. So anything that you can do to relieve stress is going to help you out down the road. So that's what I have for you today, guys. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. If you know somebody else who would benefit from this, please share it. If you have any questions for me in terms of recovery or really anything, feel free to message me on the Running Reimagined page. Like I said before, the top comment on this page is a link that you can now click on, and you can sign up for a free 20-minute just consultation session. Yeah, thanks, Jenny. Thanks for sharing the page. It's a free 20-minute consultation session. This will allow me to actually get on the phone with you guys and go back and forth. I really want to be able to do this before the new year so we can help set you up for a good 2018. So, yeah, so I hope you guys have a great day today. I hope you found this valuable, and take care, guys. Appreciate you.